Alright, so word is going out that Ronda Rousey versus Bethe Correia will headline UFC 190 in Brazil. Now, when I read this article, a part of me was like, in the mix, I'll be honest. In the mix because when you think about it, if you're Ronda Rousey right now, who else do you fight at this point? I know a lot of people want to see Ronda Rousey versus Cris Cyborg, but let's be honest, there has been a lot of debacle when it comes down to that fight. If Ronda Rousey's gonna go up to 145, if Cris Cyborg is gonna go down to 135, they don't even know. And hell, I don't even think the UFC is willing to make the fight. There's even been talks of the UFC being in talks with Cris Cyborg to make it happen. At this point, I think a lot of fans are looking at this Ronda Rousey versus Bethe Correia fight and they're saying to themselves, this fight is fucking pointless. We don't want to see this fight. What we want, what we care for at this point is Ronda Rousey versus Cris Cyborg. So Dana White, Joe Silva, make this fight. We do not care for Ronda Rousey versus Bethe Correia, even if it's in Brazil. That's what a lot of fans are saying right now as we speak. But at the same time, Ronda Rousey did say that she is willing to fight Bethe Correia. Now, if you're Bethe Correia, you look at this and you say to yourself, does she really deserve a fight with Ronda Rousey? And let's be honest here, no, she does not. Yes, she's undefeated. Yes, she's 3-0 in the UFC. But who has she beaten really? She's beaten Julie Cadiz at UFC Fight Night, Hunt versus Bigfoot. She's beaten Jasmine Dukes at UFC 172 by unanimous decision. And then she's beaten Shayna Baszler at UFC 177 by TKO in the second round. She hasn't fought the upper echelon of her division. Now, if you would have told me, hey, you know what? Bethe Correia is getting a title shot at Ronda Rousey, but she's fought in and beaten, the who's who of her weight class, like a Kat Zingano, a Sarah McMahon, a Alexis Davis, a Miesha Tate, a Liz Carmouche, then you know what? Fine. Give her the Ronda Rousey fight. Overall though, this fight itself, it should be a very interesting fight, being that it's in Brazil. So you already know that crowd in Brazil and Rio de Janeiro are gonna go apeshit for Bethe Correia, especially if she wins. Do I see it happening? Honestly, no. I think this fight, again, will be a very competitive fight. This will probably go past the first round. I don't see Ronda beating Bethe Correia in 10 seconds or, 5 seconds. Imagine that, right? If anything, this fight's gonna go to rounds 3 or 4, but I do see Ronda Rousey winning. And after this fight, you gotta really make the Cris Cyborg fight. That is a fight, again, the fans really care for at this point, and that's the only fight they're willing to pay money to see, if you ask me. But that's me, of course. Drop me your comments down below with your thoughts on Ronda Rousey versus Bethe Correia. Are you interested in seeing this fight? Do you even care for this fight? Who do you see winning? Drop me your comments down below. Hit this video with a like. Share this throughout all your social media. Hit the subscribe button down below. And until next time, guys, I'm Heel Steven, and I'll catch you all later in the next video. I'm out, guys. Peace.